We are.
But you're talking there, Finbar, about getting bands and all at certain money. A great thing that came into being, and it was really the show bands that started that, and who probably to a certain extent finished the thing, is that where they insisted then on a split, a door split, and went from 50, 50, 60, 40, 80, 20.
That's where it ended. That's when the show bands died, like, you know.
Yeah, that's the start of it.
70s, 71s, they started doing discos and playing their own records and stuff like I done in the 60s. They'd come back any year at that time because of the bands. And none more so than TJ Bourne, and you know, one is the Royal Show Band. I'm blaming the Royal Show Band here. But Brandon Boyer, them boys were good lads, like, but at the same time they should have put their foot down and said, nah, there's a happy line here, you know what I mean? You just don't stay at it. 50-50 and 60-40. 60-40 was bad enough. But for the go with the road that they kept going, and as I say, they were the only band done that, 80-20.
Seriously?
No other band done that. No. And the capital wouldn't mean as big as the Royal anyway, you know. But anyway, the Royal Show Band playing up in Eaton-Dork Hall for the Silver Band. They ran a carnival. And sure, did you hear Boris saying you're ready to dance? Sure, they wouldn't even dance. What a crime. It wasn't packed now. I'd say maybe 400 people at it. But one of the worst nights I ever remember, the Royal Show Band and so on. Like, I wouldn't be a fan of the Royal Show Bands, to be honest with you. I like Brendan Boyer singing and all.
Brendan Boyer was incredible.
Oh,
to me, he was the biggest thing we ever see to Elvis.
I saw him there about 2 years back down Galway. And he lives down Salt Hill. Right. And he walks the pier every day and all. And the very bad out feet, he's wrecked, you know. But he's still singing well. And his daughter does a stint by him. She does it reluctantly, you know. She doesn't want to be there, sort of thing. You call her Ashleen. But she's a good singer and all, but she doesn't want to be with her daddy, if you know what I mean. But she comes with him anyway. And the night we heard him, knew who backed him that night? The band that backed Westlife. You talk about a night. And for whatever happened, the show was to start at 10:30. It was up in the Salt Hill Hotel up in Salt Hill. And there was a bit of a problem anyway. And I said, oh shit, they're not going to hear him now. But then whatever happened was organised, and the show took off about 11 o'clock. It run very late. It was supposed to start about 10, didn't start at 11. But it was packed. The only thing is, a lot of people come in very late, you know what I mean? They were drinking and stuff like that, and then they come in very late. But he put on a great show, like, brilliant. And I saw him 2 or 3 times in Galway. Absolutely class. I saw him down in Tullyglass in Ballymena. Again, out of this world, you know what I mean? Him and Brendan O'Brien, Brendan now dead.
I like Brendan O'Brien.
I liked him.
But I couldn't stand the one wee fucker, Joe Mack.
Oh no!
It's all about him. He wanted to dominate the show. But he had a brilliant frontman, and not your frontman, and Brendan O'Brien. And this.
He had to take the piss, like, even when he was doing stuff, he had to be.
He had to be a comedian.
He had to be. He had to see me. It was
he had to be the centre of attraction.
Couldn't. But he was a good act too, like, you know. The way he could fly there and stick off the stage floor by and come back straight up at him. It was incredible. Like, I seen him doing that in Arbo way, and that. Everybody was standing with their mouth open. It was brilliant, like, you never missed it. Straight back at him. Never missed. You know, I could go anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
I could come from straight fucking back at him every time. Even he thought he had a sting on it. He hadn't, like, but that's what you would have thought.
But here, Finbar, in bands then generally and on the whole social scene, you would have had a broad range of bands. Like, it wasn't just the same. Like, I remember a band I thought was a great band. They were a very young band, and they're also called the Young Shadows. I remember them. They were particularly good band. I remember them in the Procure Centre. I wouldn't remember bands the way you would, but they always stood out for me. I thought they were a class band, especially the Beatles stuff and all.
There were plenty of bands out of Belfast there, you know, the Matadors and different. I just can't mind all their names now, but I know what you're saying. And the Procure played a lot of them bands, and how the bands got into the Procure with the Procure committee was their price. That's how they valued the band. A good band was 30 quid, £35. Once you went into 50 quid, they're a bad band because they were too dear. Yeah. There's that, you know, and then that's what I was trying to say. They used to advertise in the Irish Independent. It was a done thing all over Ireland, but they didn't get in on it too. They had put an ad in the paper, say October, November. Bands wanted for the last 2 weeks of May and first week of June or something, like whatever the dates were coinciding. The carnival always ran that time up in Killeen at the same time every year. It always ended. But the first week in June, like the 2nd or 3rd of June, fell maybe on a Sunday night, and that was the end of the carnival. So all these bands would ride in. You would have seen the dope by the road. I mean, like rubbish. And then we were fighting the corner boy for bringing the bands we knew were good bands, and they were in the pile. No, Pat McAnally and boys that got there, too dear, £35. That's the lot there. You wouldn't have paying that kind of money. That's the pay. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Take Johnny Flynn. We got Johnny Flynn in eventually, and the night Johnny Flynn was to play, his father died, and Johnny Flynn was playing for £35 on Wednesday night. And he got the rhythm boys in Buncrana who were charging £60, and he paid the difference. And he came back the following year and he was looking £60 and he was getting it. And he was getting paid by Looney. He only took £35 what the agreed fee from the year before. Now you'd have thought, that that man Looney would have turned around and said, right, there's a band's going to get a date here every year where we have a carnival. No. He actually done the dirt on me in '64 when he had the Grafton Show Band had done the opening Sunday night of the carnival, and then the last Friday night before the close, he was giving the Grafton Show Band that night too, and I objected. I said, they're already playing here. I said, Johnny Flynn is that date free. I've been talking to him and all the rest, and I said, he's doing it for £60. What's wrong with him? And I said, Grafton Show Band's looking at £60. They're only coming from Cookstown. He's coming from Galway. And I said, he is a band, like, far what he was, like, superior band. 10 men, like, and they were good musicians all around, but didn't get it. I was told he got it. But when the posters came out, I was working in Kelly's Yard, and I was up at the town at dinner time in Sullivan's, and I met Barney Hearn coming in with the poster. And the first thing I looked for was the Friday night that I thought Johnny Flynn was playing. Who was playing?
Grafton.
The Grafton. That's the kind of guy we're talking about. That's the kind of committee we were talking about.
But another phenomenon, Finbar, we were just talking about recently, at that same time there, for example, the Likely Carnival, there was music every night.
Oh, aye, dancing every night.
Dancing every night.
I was all over the place.
But you wouldn't get a crowd out now on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night,
We used to go to the Orpheus on the Tuesday night in Belfast or Jamaica and free passes. And
how did it all change that people... You couldn't get anybody out now on a Tuesday night.
that's right.
It's just impossible.
Even on it comes the weekend, you get people that go out on Friday night or else Saturday night, but they won't go out to both nights. They'll do one or the other. And some of them have a choice for Friday and Saturday, and some of them whatever. We know how it works. But I know what you're saying. But in that time there, and I'll tell you now, that was you see our office on a Tuesday night, that was stuffed, packed. TV club in Dublin, it was packed on a Monday night. But then all the show bands were going in there anyway, you see, and all the show bands played it. And there's just a meeting place, and there was alcohol on board too, whatever. But this was a deadly era.
But it obviously was a sign of the times, the fact that, like, when you think about working people going home, say for example from Kelly's Yard, going home and there was no showers or nothing. Like.
Oh no.
But they're going home, but they're getting ready, but they're putting on their best clothes and they're going out on a Monday night and on a Tuesday night and on a Wednesday night. Maybe not everybody all those nights, but there was crowds of different degrees every night.
That's right. You know how much showers there. Kelly's Yard installed showers up on the top floor beside the canteen. And I went to Horace, the manager, and I said, "Can a friend of mine, can we come down and use these anytime you want?" And that's where we done our washing, John and me. Well, I had a bath in the house alright, but the down shower was a new thing, like. And we used to go in and take the shower down and take the shower down.
And the shower was quicker, completely a new phenomenon, far quicker and much more efficient.
Aye. But are we still going here, aye?
But then Finbar, things started changing. Like, what would you put down? Greed was a problem with some bands, but whenever you think, the onset of lounges, at bars built on lounges, and they're smaller, you end up with two pieces, and what do you think was the main contributory factor to the decline of show bands?
Well, the money starting to charge the way they were charging, that was one of the reasons, as you say, the lounges, but that stuff didn't come into the lounges to 68, 69 time, wasn't it?
It was maybe in the early 70s.
No,